The first speech will be about Monday Vibe, AI app builder. But before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Daniil. I'm a software engineer at Monday.com. I have around 5 years of experience and 1.5 years in Monday. And I'm a former member of Monday Vibe team, the theme of our talk. And currently I'm in marketplace team. And I have a lot of hobbies like snowboarding, diving, woodworking, squash, traveling, a lot of them. Today we'll talk about Monday Vibe, which is AI app builder tool using which you can build apps without any programming language knowledge and just the human words. And I had an opportunity to work on this project from the very beginning till the release. And I will share with you my own experience. How was it? What was the challenges? And the most important concepts you must know if you decide to build something similar. But before we start, let me give you a quick introduction into apps in Monday. So app, this is basically a way to extend built-in capabilities in Monday with something new. So you can add new features and places where which you can extend called app features. And we have in total around 40 different features, 40 different ways how you can extend Monday. And let me give you some example. So this is a typical Monday board, a list of contacts. Let's say you don't like this view, you want to display it, for example, as a Kanban view or somehow else. So you can create an app, and your board view feature will appear right here, and it could be anything. Or next example, if you open some item on the board. You can see this is the item card with all information about this item. So you can create a custom item view as well. And when it comes to building these apps, so first of all, you will need to get familiar with the documentation. You will need to know what is Monday Apps Framework, what is CLI, how to use SDKs, GraphQL API, and so on and so on. The second piece of information you will need is Developer Center in Monday. So you will need to go there, create a new app, set some basic information, set permissions, and so on and so on. And only after that, you'll be ready to start coding, start writing front-end code or back-end code or both, test your app, deploy, and that's it. So it's quite a long journey, and the most important that it's only available for developers. So a non-developer person will not be able to do it. But when it comes to Monday Vibe, well, you just need to write a prompt, and you will do everything I showed you. Let's generate some app. I will show you how it works. So this is Monday Vibe, and if I scroll down, here we will have some examples. And I would like to build this example because I just like it. This is organizational chart with a list of all employees in the company, and you will have a visual way to see how all employees are related to each other. So I will just click here, and it will populate the prompt. So it could be any text, but I will just use this text, for example. And it will be a board view feature, which I showed you before. So you can connect some specific board, but just for the sake of example, I will not choose any board, and I will let AI to generate this board for me. So I click build it, and magic starts. but magic takes 3 to 6 minutes to generate, so we will need to wait a bit. And in the meantime, I will get back to presentation, and we will start exploring how actually MondeWipe works under the hood. And in the end, I will show you the result. So first thing first, the most important is the context which you provide to LLM. And as you might already know, there are two types of messages, human message and system message. So human message, this is provided by the user, what I just typed on the website. And it's usually very short and task specific. And system message on the other side is long, and it provides all foundational guidelines for AI to build the app. So one more example, this is a human message, and this is a system message. So it's quite big, almost 80,000 characters. So you can see this red arrow pointing to the scroll bar. And this is, by the way, a real system prompt of MondeWipe. And basically, it consists of some general instructions, like who are you, what you should do, a list of available NPM packages AI is allowed to use in the generated code, a lot of different examples, code examples, guidelines, how to answer to the user, and so on and so on. But the most important, what is included in this system prompt is how to output the generated code. So we are getting slowly to the second topic, code generation. So basically, you can just give instructions that you want to receive the output in a following format. So that I want to receive the code wrapped into a wipe code XML block, which will have a pointer, which will have a file block with a specific path to the file, search block, which is empty for initial generation, which means that we want to replace the whole file with the new content. And the replace block is a new code, which will be inserted in this file. And when it comes to code fixes, all the same, just in search block, it will be the old code, replace block will be new code. So here you can see example how AI is trying to fix the file import. And after we get the response from LLM, so it comes in a pure string format. So first of all, you need to parse the string and find all these predefined XML elements. After that, you'll need to create files based on the generated code, put all the files in zip, upload the zip to Mondecode. Mondecode is our hosting solution where you can deploy your front-end code, back-end code. And after that, create a board view feature, which will be points into this deployment. And you might have a question, like why did we choose XML and not JSON, for example, because JSON probably much more popular nowadays. Basically, just to make it simpler to AI, because AI will not need to escape symbols in XML format, so it means less chance of mistake, which is always good. And also, it might be a little bit easier to parse the response in a stream. When you're waiting for a response in a stream, you read character by character, and you can identify when some specific block starts. And also other AI builders, which you can find open source in internet. Most of them are using similar approach, maybe a little bit different names, but idea is the same. And the next thing is orchestrating LLM calls. So at some point, you will realize that you need to make multiple calls to LLM. For example, one to generate the app name, second one to generate the image, third one to generate the actual code of the app. And these calls might be optional or in parallel. And in between of these calls, you also will need to do some additional actions. So all of that seems pretty complex, especially when you are on very early stages, when it's just MVP. So to help ourselves, we used LangGraph. So it's a framework, and in simple words, it's kind of a subway map, where instead of chaining all the steps one by one, you create a graph, and each node in this graph represents some specific task. For example, a call to LLM, or parsing the response, deploying the app, so some specific task. And edges in this graph decide which node will be next. We also have a state in this graph, which travels between the nodes, and you can access the state and modify the state. We have loops, branches, we have checkpoints. So that if servers suddenly stop, you can continue generation from a checkpoint, and a lot of other interesting stuff. So you can learn more at the official LangGraph documentation. And this is the simplified schema how Monday Vibe graph looks like. So it starts with the optional node board creator. So in my case, I didn't select a board. So this node will create a new board for me and add some sample items. The next node is responsible for code generation. Then we have node responsible for parsing the response, summarizing the whole conversation in case it gets big and we are reaching the limits, generating the name of the app, and generating the logo of the app. So this is very simplified. Besides that, if you are using LangGraph, you'll be able to use LangSmith. Yes, LangSmith tool, which is observability tool. So on the left side, you can see the traces of the graph, all the nodes which are executed within this graph, and how long it took to execute every step. And if a node is making a call to LLM, you will also see the name of the model which was used, how long it took to get the response. In the middle, you can see all the context of the LLM call, all system messages, human messages, and some additional information on the right side. For example, total number of tokens used in this specific LLM call. But on the other side, LangGraph is very abstract framework, and it might take you some time to learn it. And if you're trying to build a simple pet project, or you're not aiming to have an enterprise product, you can consider some other alternatives. For example, AxLLM or iSpeak. Like I didn't use them, but I heard that they are simpler and also can do the job. And those are for TypeScript. If you're using Python, there will be much more options. But this is WarsawJS, so only JS and TypeScript. Also, I want to talk about challenges that we had during development. And the first one is tokens limit. So when you're making a call to LLM, the text is split into tokens, which is a single word or part of the word. And you have a limit of the total number of tokens in a single request. So if you're hitting this limit, you could consider splitting one single big LLM call into a couple smaller ones. Or you can try to summarize the whole conversation, or shorten the system prompt if you have 80,000 characters, or just use a different model, because different models have different limits. The second limit, and this one will be relevant to you when you release your AI app builder, and you will have some real users using your app at the same time. So it basically controls how many tokens you can consume, I would say, in a minute from all users. And if you're hitting this limit, you can consider just switching to a higher tier and pay more money, get more limits. Or you can even contact support and ask to give higher limits specifically for your use case. And this is, by the way, what we did. And you can also try to implement retries, add the queuing system. Queuing system it's a whole different topic. So just a quick glance about that. You can basically count on your side how many tokens your requests, like estimate how many tokens your request will be consuming, and count it on your side. And based on that, put some calls in the queue, and when the token is released, you will take this call from the queue and send it to model provider. So we also implemented something similar. And another option is just to switch to different model provider if when you're hitting the limit, like a fallback. And when it comes to choosing the model, we didn't train our own model. We used what is available in the market, just to not waste a lot of time for that. And I can say that there are two types of models, fast and cheap models, which are good for some simple tasks like generate the app name, or just continue conversation with the user in the chat. And slow, expensive, but accurate models, which are really nice for code generation when you don't want AI to make a lot of mistakes. And those models are updating quite fast. So it's, as a slide is already not up to date. So yeah, always check official websites of model providers. But basically we used Claude and Gemini. And the last fun fun fact, how to output the response of how to output the generated code with LLM. And we chose that our generated code will be TypeScript. Of course, it's better than JavaScript. But we started getting errors during the generation. So users were not able to generate apps due to TypeScript errors. So we tried to make TypeScript rules less strict. We tried to add additional steps that will fix these TypeScript errors, like in additional LLM call. We added some retries. We even considered making some to ignore some of the TypeScript errors, because in the end it still will be a JavaScript and executed by the JavaScript engine, which is much more forgivable. But all of that didn't really have a big impact, and we already spent a lot of time for that. And it was just MVP, you need to move fast. So we just gave up and switched to JavaScript. Okay, so demo time. Let's see what AI generated for us. I hope it works this time. So first of all, I will probably make it Oh, it's big enough, right? So first of all, it generated this table for us. So all columns here and all records are generated. So I asked for employee kind of directory. So it created a table of employees. And this is the generated app. So everything in this square is generated. You can see a list of developers, and you can click on some of them. Yeah. So maybe not the best example. Some other generations gave me kind of a tree view where you have a CTO at the top and kind of branches going down. But overall, that's the AI. You can filter, search. So it's working up. And I want to finish my presentation with this quote of the team lead of Monday Vibe, Yoni Breslaver. Start simple, make it simple for LLM. Like start with a simple system prompt. Do not make 80,000 prompts. Only if you need it and if you see that it will help you. And also do not give more than one task to LLM, like do one by one. That's it. So we can, by scanning this QR code, you can get this presentation and go over slides again. And that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniil, for your presentation and for what you just showed us. And now is the time for questions.
Yeah, thanks for a great talk. Really interesting. It's this time of the year with the presents, and yeah, thanks for another one. This AI generator. Yeah, just curious, is there some kind of feedback loop where if something goes wrong or the agent knows that you didn't fill some gaps in your prompts, will it ask you back? And if it does, how you implemented it?
Yeah, like if on the very early stages when you try to type something here, which is not enough to build a good app, we have one additional node which will just answer you and ask follow-up questions so that AI knows what exactly you want to build.
It takes your it's okay. And it takes the context of Monday.com API into account as well, right? So
yeah. So inside of these apps, you can access all Monday API. You can create items. You can. So this example didn't have any like actions, but you can create apps which will add items to your board and basically access the whole Monday API. Yep. Yes.
Any other questions? Yeah.
Hey, very nice.
Hi.
Thank you. Do you have any sorts of mechanisms for isolating the code that's being generated by the LLM? So let's say if I generate a code that will run rmrf on the root directory of the server, will that work or not?
Probably not. So, but not 100%. The app is wrapped into iframe, and the same wrapper is used in Monday. We have a marketplace, so that any developer from outside can come and build an app. So by default, we cannot trust them. So we already have this infrastructure built, which wraps this app in iframe. And also there are permissions for all apps. So apps cannot do more than you will allow.
Okay. Okay. So this is only making the client side. There's no server side, right?
For now, yes. We focused on the most understandable and clear for users feature, but there are much more features, like as I showed, around 40 different features. So yes, this is the way where we will improve in the future.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How do you determine which model should be used for each task?
So basically, as I said, I think we only using 2 different models, not including like fallbacks. One is fast and cheap model for generating the app name and also answering to the user in the chat. Like here, this response is from the fast and cheap model. For example, Gemini 2.5 Flash, if I'm not mistaken. And for code generation for this app is using expensive and accurate models and with a syncing mechanism. So it takes longer, but it gives a better result.
Any other questions?
Hey, thanks for the talk.
Hi, thank you.
What do you use to make a chat experience? The section on the left, essentially.
What do you mean, on the UI?
Yeah, on your front-end app, basically. So, what is included in that chat when you type a message and when you receive a response there?
I'm not sure I understand the question, but we use the React on the front-end side. And here, basically, you can only send messages. If you see that something is broken in the app or you want to add more functionalities, so you just type here, please fix this or please add this, and it will regenerate.
Is it some sort of library that allows you to integrate streaming in that and like fancy tool calling?
No. It's not a library. It's like built by us. It's not extendable, not flexible.
Can you send one message?
Yeah. Okay. Let's. I will type that I wanna see a tree view. Yeah, good idea. And the subsequent regenerations are faster. So it should be under 1 minute. I don't know if you have enough time, we can wait or.
No, I get it. I was just interested if that has streaming. So if the text is appearing, it does have a streaming.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
But this one actually is fake stream for now. So we basically waited for the whole response and then on the UI we faked. But this is because it was not a high priority feature, but we'll support it in the future, definitely.
Do we have any questions from the streaming? No. Okay. The last question.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. I have a question. How, the LLM created an app, and how to export this app or deploy and how to use this?
Basically there is a publish button on the top. So you can, if you purchase a subscription, you'll be able to publish it. Or you can just click this button. It will, we just need to wait until it finishes generation. And it will open a real like monday.com with this app and you can use it. Yeah, so this view is just a preview. Okay.
Thank you, Daniil, very much for your presentation and all the answers to the question.